All right, hold on, wait. Okay, we're recording now, and I will let you take it away, my dear.
Hi guys, thanks so much for having me. I'm sorry I'm like so awkward. I just what's going on with my life right now is I'm actually moving to Florida and my husband left a month and a half ago. I had to finish up work because I'm a dance teacher, so I stayed through recital. We sold our house in 4 days, so I moved in with my parents. So I had to make this like makeshift desk. So I'm sitting like on the floor with my computer on the bed. Like I don't know what's happening right now. And then we found out like the day after he left that I'm pregnant. So it's just been like craziness happening. But here I am. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I plan my month to ensure Success Club I usually can hit it within like a week or two. And then I just kind of move forward from there because Success Club is the backbone of our business. And if you're not hitting it every single month or you're not striving towards that, there's really no way to track the growth of your business. And it's really been crucial to the growth of my team, the growth of my income, and so on and so forth. So just to get started a little bit here. So what I use is I'm a paper and pencil kind of person. So I'm going to show this to you guys. This is my binder. And I actually had the Knockout Brigade, we had a retreat at Deep Creek a couple weeks ago, and Katie asked me to talk about time management. And when she asked me, I started laughing because I was like, there's no way that she's serious and she thinks I like have my crap together. But then when I started talking, I was like, okay, maybe this could help some people. So when I did this presentation, I got a lot of really great feedback about it. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So basically, I just start, my first page here is my monthly calendar. So I sit down in the last week of every month and I create a calendar for the next month for my team. And every group that we have running for that month that I'm going to be running that they can invite to, whether it's Coach Basics, challenge groups, everything that I'm running, I put on this calendar so they know what I'm doing and it kind of teaches them to do the same thing. But basically, I also put in there what I'm posting about every single week. So for me, my big thing that I think has really helped my business is that I am very transparent in my posts. I post about everything that has happened to me. I just really interweave it all into the business and breadcrumb it to the best I can. I just share as much of my story as I can every single day and breadcrumb it into challenge groups and healthy lifestyle and so on and so forth. So my first tab on my binder is that calendar. And then it's always right here at the beginning for me to reference. So if I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what day is it? What should I be doing? I can be like, it's May 27th, 28th. What day is it? It's May 28th or something. And yeah, see? And what I should be posting about.
Pregnancy brain. It's the 26th.
The 26th. Oh, great. We have more time left in this month than I thought. That's great. Okay, so then the next tab is my invite tab. So what this is this awesome checklist, which I actually stole off of someone in a mastermind group. But basically, I don't know if you can see it. It has different categories. So it has every day of the week. And then the categories, it tells me everything I need to do on that day. And I have to check it off. So I do a morning post. I check it off. Friend 5 people, form with 5 new people, and add name to follow-up list. So I just message 5 new people, 5 invites a day. Do an afternoon post. Follow up with any outstanding messages. Check in with challengers. Do an evening post. Do your personal development. Yes, I'll share all this. I'll send it all to Megan. And then at the bottom, it tracks my Success Club points. So I can put at the end of each day how many points I got that day. And then it says how many new coaches I brought in. And then at the very bottom, it has all the group dates of what I have running that week coming up, what I should be inviting to. So that's my daily checklist. The next tab is post ideas. What am I posting about? What personal development am I reading? Sorry, my dog had to come in here. You might see her. Here she is. What am I posting about? What personal development am I reading? So in this tab, I basically just take little snippets from the personal development, whether I'm listening to it on audio or I am reading it in a book, and I'll just write down ideas for posts because I pull a lot of my post ideas from the personal development that I'm reading. That's why it's also so important for you to be doing at least your 10 minutes a day, because that's going to keep your brain going, keep fresh post ideas coming, and people are going to remain to be intrigued by you. If you continue to post about the same things all the time, they're going to kind of be like, I'm on to the next one. So keeping it fresh with your personal development is super important to the growth of your business as well. The next tab is all about team calls. So when I sit down on the Knockout Brigade team calls or the Dream Team calls, whatever I plug into that week, I make sure that I'm taking notes and then sharing them with my team. I'm so sorry. My dog is also with me and you can hear her barking. The next tab is monthly trainings. So trainings that I'm plugged into. What am I learning? And so on and so forth. I keep notes on all of that. And then the last page of my binder is just all about my team. What are they up to? So I'll keep like little notes on my coaches, what they're struggling with, what they're working on when I do one-on-one calls with them. But with that all being said, that's what my binder looks like. I'm going to go back to my invite tab because I really want to focus on Success Club and showing you the process that I use in order to hit it early or quickly. I'll be honest with you guys, this past month has just been a doozy for me and I really let it go. I let the excuses of moving, being newly pregnant, being sick, not being with my husband. I let a lot of excuses get in the way this month. And I'm like embarrassed to say this, but I was sitting at SC0 on Monday. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, what the heck? So I got out my binder and I'm at 10 today because I just was like, do what you do every single month. It works. There's a reason why it works. So here's what happens. I have that daily checklist I showed you. Behind that checklist, every single week is just a piece of paper numbered from 1 to 25. And what I do is I make a list of 25 new names that I'm going to start messaging in that week. I break it down to 5 a day. So I message usually Monday through Friday. The weekends I don't really message people because they don't typically answer me. But Sunday night, sometimes I will. But I break it down. What happens is when they say no, I highlight them in pink. If they say yes, they want more information, I highlight them in green. And if they purchase, I highlight them in blue. So I have a color coding system for myself that shows me who's interested in more information, who is a flat out no, which just means follow up with them later, and who actually bought already. So from this list, I know how I'm moving forward with those people. So right after that, I have a follow-up list. So all those people that I highlighted green are now on this follow-up list, and I just keep, it's like a continuous rollover process of getting new people in and continuing to keep track of the people that I've been talking to. And then I always know who's where, who's doing what, who's purchased already, who I can start to talk to about maybe coaching if they've purchased already. I don't typically just sign people up as coaches right off the bat. I know some people do, but I like to make sure that they're getting the results, they're excited about what they're doing, they're having a good experience in their challenge groups before I get them signed up for coaching, because I try to get my challengers to actually become coaches because they're so excited that they want to. So I focus more on challengers first. What happens when I highlight them in green and they say they're interested, what happens then is I actually put them in this group on Facebook that I call a holding group. And I run it for my whole team. It's always there for them. And all it is actually, I could totally screen share this with you guys. It is a private Facebook group with every piece of information about a challenge group that you could possibly want. Hold on, let me pull it up for you. 5, 16. So what I do is I add people to this. It's just general information. Hold on, I'm going to actually screen share with you guys. I'm sorry, my dog is so loud. Okay, can you guys see this? Okay, so this is a group, and you can see a lot of people have posted, and then I'll post in here the promos for that month. And this group just stays with these people in it. And then whenever they purchase, I shout them out so other people are like, oh, someone else is going to do that group that's starting on May 16th or whatever. And if I scroll down here, you can see I have PIO, all of this PIO information listed. And then you can see coaches on my team just tag people that they have started talking to that are interested in PIO. So they don't have to do any of this business talk via personal message. This all happens in this group. And then what I teach my coaches to do and what I do is in the personal message, I just keep it personal. I keep building that relationship with them. I talk to them about their kids, their job, what they do for fun, You know, maybe I see a picture and I like love their shirt or whatever, ask them where they got it. I really try to build that relationship outside of business information in the personal message, and any type of business program, Shakeology that they need is all in this group. And they can really see that other people are really interested in this too. And they already start to get a feel for the community of it before they're ever even in a challenge group. They've never bought anything, but they kind of just start to get information. I post about my free groups in here. Here's the 21-day fix. And this all just stays in here all the time. And then I just add people and I just tag them in the program or whatever they are interested in, if they're interested, if they want some more information about Shakeology. And then I also have this general post when people are like, what is a challenge group even? Let me see if I can find it. That is just all, yeah, it's just all about challenge groups right here. So it's just all information that explains what a challenge group is. I run all my groups through the challenge tracker. I'm having a great experience with the app. I explain the app, and then once they make a purchase and they commit to their challenge pack, they'll get an email from their coach with how to join the app. So I really just love this group. We've been doing this for about 2 months now, because what it also does is I can click through the members over here and go back through, and it will re-trigger me like, oh, who was interested last month that didn't actually purchase? And I can go through those names and write them down or highlight them, like follow up with them again. Because how often do you, invite people or start talking to people and then other people buy and you forget? But now they're always in this group unless they remove themselves, which it's not like I post in here every day, so they shouldn't be getting annoyed. And I tell them, like, I'm going to add you to this informational group. Is that okay? I always ask them, because we've all been added to how many mascara and LuLaRoe groups a day. It's nuts. I do love me some leggings though. But that's how I do this. And it's really been working really well for my team and I, to just keep building those relationships outside of all of this business information. And then the last thing I do is with this binder, and this is how I got my 10 points this week. Every month I dump this binder out into a different binder. So I have all of these lists that are dated. And so almost every single person that bought this week was someone that I started talking to last May, because I started thinking like something about this time of year got them talking to me in the first place last year. So I sent messages this week that was like, we started talking last year and maybe it wasn't a good time for you. Maybe you weren't ready, but I just didn't want you to think that I forgot about you. And I just wanted to see if there's any way I could help you now. And 3 out of the 5 people I sold challenge packs to this week were people that I started messaging last May. But if I wouldn't have had this binder and I wouldn't have had dates on everything and I wouldn't have had it tracked, I would have never known who to message. I wouldn't have had this like constant flow of people to talk to. So it seriously has been so crucial to the growth and just continuing to hit Success Club every single month. I didn't even realize that I was like doing something right when I started this binder. It just started happening because I work full-time teaching dance, but we have 2 locations. And then I also teach size and PIO, and everything is about a 25-minute drive to each other. But I usually will have like weird half-hour, 45 minutes here and there. So I started building my business from my car. So I would carry this binder around with me because I couldn't have my computer to use like Excel or something. So I created this binder to just always have it with me and just write on it so then I could do it all from my phone. And then I started sharing it with people who were moms, and they're like, I'm just trying to build this business during nap time. And so I was like, okay, well, this is what I do. And I actually break it down into 20-minute chunks. So maybe I do like my posts. I'll schedule all my posts in 20 minutes a day, and then they're just auto scheduled and they just go out and I can check those off. That's done. And then maybe I send out my 5 invites in like 15 minutes, a 15-minute chunk. So it's not all happening in a power hour for me per se. It's more so happening in 15 to 20-minute chunks throughout the day, which eventually make up like an hour to an hour and a half a day. But it's really how I had to structure everything because I didn't have the time to sit down at a computer and do a straight full-on power hour. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions? I know that's like a lot. That's like everything you need to do in your business in one binder, but it's really what's worked for me, and hopefully at least like one part of it will help you guys. Do you have any questions?
Definitely looks like we have some questions.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see the chat.
I'm sure there are
Oh,
a
geez.
couple questions. Let's see. Can you see that? Can you see the questions?
Yeah, I can. Okay.
I was going to ask how often do you post in the holding group too?
Oh yeah, I post barely at all. Like I literally will just post if I see like my team is struggling, like I'll do a post like, hey, did you know about these promos? Reach out to your coach type of thing. It's more so the posts that are really happening in there are more so just people being added. Like my coaches will be like, hey, Susie, this is the group I just messaged you about. I'm going to tag you in the program we talked about. Okay. Like that's really the posts that are happening.
So you always make sure you put like the specials in for each month of that, for that group. And then,
Yes. And then I go back through and I delete all those like mumbo jumbo posts so that whenever people get added in there, it's just like just the general information for everything.
and do you open the one up for each of the challenge groups you hold, or?
No,
Or
it's
is
the
it just
same
like a
one.
monthly thing?
It's the same group and I change the title
Oh,
every month.
perfect.
Yeah. And then I just delete out all the old stuff because I don't have time to redo all that.
Yeah, nobody got time for that.
Yeah. And then what's really great is like I'll shout people out. So I'll be like, so-and-so just ordered 22 hardcore. Can't wait for you to start the challenge group on May 16th. And then people will be like, oh, people are like, this is a real thing. Like they get excited about stuff that's going on in there. The only thing you have to refrain from doing in there is like, don't talk about your own promos that you're doing because other coaches might not be doing that. So I've told my team, like, don't post anything in there. Just tag people and stuff. Like I'll do all the posting and it will just be business related. And they're pretty much cool with that. Like they just like having, and it's also good. Like if you are talking to someone that just wants a video quickly, they know they don't have to look in the back office or like go on YouTube. They can just go in that group and pull that information out.
Oh, I had a question about the holding group. How do you transition them? So like, let's say they show interest. Do you say, oh, okay, like I'm going to go put you in a group, or like, how do you transition them over to that?
I say, I actually have an informational group with a bunch of programs and whatnot in it. Do you care if I add you to it? And they're usually like, no, I don't care. And then I add them and I tag them and say, this is the group. But then I do continue that side conversation to build a relationship. So I say, what kind of workouts do you enjoy? What do you struggle with? What's your eating like? I do all of that. And then, tag what I think would be a good fit. If I'm really pressed for time, I'll send them a Wufoo app or like a Google survey and be like, could you fill this out so I can make a suggestion for you, and then tag them in the group and in the program for them. But I always still try to keep some kind of conversation going on with them, whether it's about their kids or their dog or their clothes or whatever. Just keep talking to them about something so that they see that you're a real human and you're not like a robot trying to sell them shakes and DVDs. Do I remove people from the group? No. I never remove people from the group because even if they don't commit that, like in May, if they don't commit in May, in June, whatever I post in there, the promos might strike them. It might be the program that I recommended, or you never know. Like if they just keep seeing it, even if you're not having those conversations with them all the time, if they see it in that group, it might just trigger something and then they'll be ready. So I keep them in there. What kind of message do I send the 5 people a day? Okay, so my people that I message typically are people that like a post. So what I will do is I'll go through posts from like the last week and I will write their names in my 25 for the week all on one day. So like on Sunday, I'll sit down and I'll have my 25 names for the week written down already. And I'll send them a message just like, hey, I saw that you liked my post about the challenge group or about Shakeology. I wanted to reach out to you really quick. Your kids are adorable. How old are they? I'll ask them like a personal question and then always end with, this is what I end with. And I actually just told my coaches this tonight. I end with, I would love to send you some more information. Would you like to chat about it on here or an email? So I give them an A or a B option. I don't give them anything scary that they have to answer. I don't say, would you like more information? Because maybe they're not sure if they want more information. So I don't give them an option. They're getting more information, whether it's on Facebook or an email. And if they don't answer me, this is terrifying, but once you do it once, you won't really be scared anymore. But once you do it once, if they don't answer me after like a couple days, I send a message and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. Have I offended you in some way? Sorry, I shut my video off. I actually think my dog shut my video off. And then usually everyone will answer you and be like, oh my gosh, no, I was just busy. You didn't offend me. I'm so sorry. Like they'll apologize to you for not answering you. And even if they don't buy, at least you got them talking again and they'll come back around later. That's really it. And then if I friend 5 new people and I've never talked to them before, once they accept my friend request, I will send them a message and be like, hey, thanks for adding me on Facebook. I just make some personal connection. I don't ever talk about Beachbody first or challenge groups first. I make sure I build a relationship first. But that's another thing that's like kind of my personality type. I'm a blue. I don't know if you guys take the color code test. So I need to like feel connected to people before I can have that type of conversation. So I know numbers wise, I can reverse engineer my goals for the month, and I can kind of figure out how many people I need to be inviting in order to hit my goals. And my invite numbers are usually higher than someone that's like a red coach because they don't care. They'll just ask the question right away. I take longer to build relationships. My husband's in sales and I'm definitely a soft sell. He's like, you are such a soft sell. It takes me like 3 days to build a relationship before someone will actually pull the trigger with me. But I'm okay with that because it works for me. Any other questions? Did I get them all?
I'm pretty sure you did. I was going to ask, whenever you said, so at the end of each month, you said you like basically purge all those contact lists or whatever. What do? You just put them in another binder?
They're in a new binder. They're in like a giant binder that I don't have near me.
Well, no, you don't have to show us. But so, and then, so that, like, cause I loved how you would do that, like to go back a year and be like, I did forget about you. Like that would mean, I really think that shows like that that you matter to you. And it's like, you weren't just like somebody I was just trying to make a sale off of or something.
Right.
I've never heard anybody say anything like that or suggest something like that. Does anybody else have any questions for Taylor? I know that they are definitely going to want your checklist.
I have it. I actually stole it from someone else, but it's awesome.
Yeah, this was such a great call, Taylor. It seriously was. It was I was taking notes the whole time. Great information. And we are all very thankful to have you. And I guess that is pretty much it, guys.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for hosting for us.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Have a great week, and then I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.